What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This episode, I want to speak to you guys about getting lean. I'm going to throw some tips out there, help you guys get leaner, quicker, learn how to be able to maintain it. And this is going to be part of the fitness series. Now, I've made multiple videos before about this, and I will make them again, breaking up the different variables and kind of the details of what I want to educate you guys on. But this one's going to be specifically around food to help you guys get lean because it has a lot to do with it. People kind of have the tendency to think that it's the work that they're doing wrong and they don't give as much value as to the food, because the food is a 24-hour thing. Your body's chemistry, what you're putting in it, what you're taking out of it with your output, with your exercise is very, very important. And it can help you break through plateaus and not be frustrated and make the process of burning body fat and getting lean a little bit easier. The first one is planning your 90-10. I find it very, very successful for most people and for myself all these decades to be able to eat like a 90% whole food diet and 10% of it just fill it in with whatever I like. It can be, processed foods, a treat, a snack, a sweet, something really savory, just to kind of keep my head sane and just kind of just let me know that I'm a normal person and help me do social events, and I can plan it out for bigger stuff when it comes to like social gatherings or an event that I have to go to or a big barbecue or dinner. But for the most part, I stick to the 90-10 unless I'm getting into those sub 10, sub 9, some 8% body fat levels, which for most people, they're not even trying to touch that unless they're a competitor or getting on stage or been doing this for a long time and they're okay mentally being in that state, deprived and depleted. So the 90-10 rule, if you plan that out, and you say to yourselves that, I'm having 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. So that's basically 5 servings a day. That one of those, 10%, one of those, that one meal out of that 10 is going to be every 2 days, is going to be something that's kind of just off my plan. I have people eating one of their 100-calorie snacks that I give them every day. Could be one of those Brooklyn Creamery ice creams. They're 89, 90 calories instead of them having an apple or a banana or a yogurt, which are all around 80 to 100 calories. Now, for some people, they have one of those on their training days every other day, and it's in their calories, and they're in a deficit, and they ticked off all the boxes, and they hit their macros. That's going to keep them sane. It's not going to let them go crazy every time they're passing fast food places in the car, running errands, or seeing commercials on TV, or advertisements for junk food and fast food pop up on their Instagram. The advertisements on the reels and then the stories or on Facebook. They're going to be like, had one earlier, or going to have one later, or had one yesterday. And it really helps them maintain and stick to their non-negotiables and their consistency and accountability with themselves or with their coach. So the 90-10 rule is really, really, really important for most people to be able to sustain that. And then if you can keep that for the rest of your life, like I have, that's the secret. Decades, I've always been in good shape, always been lean, always had visible abs. It's not always going to be the 8-pack with veins running through it, but always been very, very lean because I stick to that 90-10 rule for the most part year round. The second part is timing your nutrition. So how to make this simple. When you're dieting and you're in a deficit, you're tired because your body's being deprived of a caloric intake. Being deprived of energy, and you're pushing your body to do a little bit more than it should with the calories that you're giving it so that you can burn stored body fat. Now, what happens is some people, they do all of their exercise and all of their cardio and their errands all in one go, like all in the morning time, and have all of their meals or calories around that time. They might say to themselves, like, I'd rather have 2 big meals, massive meals, than have 3 meals and 2 snacks last me through the day. So what happens a couple hours after that is that they're not getting any more food in, and now their body's tired. It's in a caloric deficit, and they stop doing the everyday stuff that they would normally do. That's what we call NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's you moving your hands, walking around, chasing the kids, making dinner, putting laundry away, going up and down the steps, letting the dog out back, running errands, cleaning the house, stupid stuff, just going to the bathroom. When somebody's in a real caloric deficit and they're not used to it, if they don't have just a little bit of energy to be able to get through those next couple hours, what they'll do is put their feet up and say, you know what, I did everything I'm supposed to do. It's 5 o'clock. I'm just going to rest for the rest of the night and watch TV. And in the morning time, I have my coffee, my pre-workout, do my cardio, and then have my breakfast. And then I'll be ready to go once I get food inside of me. What happens is you end up doing less activity. You're lowering your metabolism at the same rate where you're lowering your calories, and you're not going to get good results. It's better to be able to put food and space it out throughout the day, because if you get 100 calories through an apple, you might be able to do 250 calories through a 30-minute walk, an hour later. So you're getting, a double win with that. You're getting to eat some food, but you're also going to be burning more calories rather than you having nothing, because you're not eating anything and you're doing less and you're not going to get any results. So nutritional timing is very, very important. And also around your training time, for those people that are lifting weights while trying to get lean, and they're not just doing regular activity, exercise, walking, swimming, cycling, or whatever, and they're trying to get, leaner and more sculpted, and which is great, because you want to have a higher metabolism through retaining some muscle tissue, means you'll always be able to eat more calories versus the person who doesn't lift any weights or do any resistance training whatsoever. But again, as I said in my videos about the tips on how to gain muscle, if you don't time your nutrition right, it's not going to serve you well. If you're going into the gym to train with no fuel in you, way before or way after you're getting any nutrients, or too far after you've woken up in the morning time, okay, and you're kind of just draining down on energy, and you're like, I'll eat afterwards because I think fasted will be better for me. Or for some people, they just don't like to lift with food in their stomach. It makes them sick, and makes them slow. But the exact opposite will happen too. If you don't have any energy, you will lift horrible. You're going to just drag from machine to machine or exercise to exercise with half the effort, half the intensity, probably do half of the loads that you normally would do. And then halfway through your workout, say, fuck this shit, and call it quits for the day. And that's not going to help you, because now as you're dieting, you're losing muscle mass and you're lowering your metabolism even more, which means for your body to burn more body fat, you're going to have to eat less food. So you want to make sure that you time your nutrition, at least on the days where you're lifting weights, to be really good, so you can push really hard in those sessions, and then give those nutrients back to your body. Have good energy to go into the gym on the days you're going to lift, and then replenish your body with the right foods afterwards. And that's going to help you stay a lot leaner, a lot easier, for a lot longer. And this is the routine that you want to keep for the rest of your life. So we said timing the nutrition, the 90-10, and then third, and easier said than done, which I tell everybody, is keep your food interesting. Keep your food interesting. Some people can eat the same crap all the time. They can have the same foods forever and it doesn't bother them. And those are the people that honestly keep the most amazing physiques year round, because they're not picky with food. They don't give it value. For most people though, they get bored. So after a week of the same prep, change it up the second week, or every 2 weeks. Change up your breakfasts. Change up the way you do your chicken. Don't just do it grilled in the oven with rice or potato or quinoa on the side. Make wraps. Add low-calorie sauces to it. You can find ways to cut out your carbs and add breadcrumbs to the actual chicken and make strips out of it and be able to have something tasty that you normally would have. You just have to match the calories and bake it, not using trans fats and bad homogenized oils, same as a fast food place would be. But you can still keep it interesting. You can still make French toast for breakfasts. For some people, I match their calories to make sure in their macros with 1 or 2 slices of bread. And you can use 1 whole egg to be able to make your French toast, and then have your egg whites on the side with a little bit of veggies to fill up your body with some volume so that you're not hungry. And use 0 sugar, low calorie syrups. 2 whole tablespoons of the syrups, and we don't have a lot of choices out here in Dubai and UAE, are like 20 calories, and 2 tablespoons literally runs all over the plate. None of it is, It's too much to even stick onto the food, so it's a waste. And I usually just use one, which is 10 calories. So I kind of just get that out of my system when I want, a different breakfast than just my normal eggs and oats or eggs and toast or, whey with oats or a smoothie, a shake, whatever it can be. Sometimes I'm walking through the mall or driving past places and you can see the IHOP, you can see the Denny's, and you're like, damn, it's been a long time since I had a sweet, tasty, juicy breakfast, but you can still make the French toast low calorie, like I said, add a couple slices of strawberry on there, some cinnamon, make it a nice dish and enjoy that. You'll be able to maintain your diet longer by making these recipes. You can use lean meats, you can use ground turkey to make burgers, to make patties, and still enjoy the foods. You can use shrimp to make stir fries. You can get zucchini noodles and low calorie soys and sweet chili sauces. I always make Asian food. I'm always craving Asian food for some reason when I'm dieting. So I make my own homemade / Greek version of, Chinese food, but it's within my means. I hit my macros with my protein. I didn't use any GMOs or any homogenized oils or substances like the Chinese place is going to do. It's going to fuck up my digestion, mess up with my cravings, mess up with my, assimilation of the food, because it causes a lot of havoc inside your stomach, whether you believe it or not. It's the truth. And I get to get it out of my system. I get to have a stir fry and eat like a normal person, watch my news, watch my TV, finish my emails for the evening time, and it's gone. It's out of my system. I'm not sitting there depriving myself. I'm just making better choices. So stick to the 90-10. Time your nutrition to serve you so you can keep energy, which means either you got to spread those foods out to last you throughout the day so you get more done, and you have to make sure you're getting the right nutrition around your lifting times. And the third one is change up your prep. Make it fun. Make it tasty. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of recipes to be able to maintain a healthy, tasty diet, okay? Don't just look at the extreme pros at the top, as some of you guys do, that for the last week they're eating tilapia and asparagus. These guys are at the top level and doing anything that they can possibly do to get from 5.5% body fat to 3% so that they don't lose a show or lose a sponsor. They'll go to any extreme. The shit you don't see behind the camera of how many needles they're sticking into themselves to be able to maintain that mass on low calories is 10 times worse than the food. So you don't have to deprive yourself with that food. And you don't have to think about the food as being that evil towards you. That's what I want to teach you guys, is to just take that power away from the food. It's fuel for you. And once in a while, it serves you well and keeps you attainable and maintainable with your goals and your whole life. To have a fun meal, to make it tasty, as long as you stick to the good shit for the most part of it. This way you'll be able to attain the lower body fat and maintain it, because it's through a system of long-term consistency. I hope this video can serve you guys well. If you have any questions, you can hit me up. All my links are in the bio for social media, email, and contacts. Stay good to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't let anything or anybody get in the way of the life that you want to live. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the content to support the channel. Peace.